go ahead and kick things off here with another DraftKings story that's coming out, and it's DraftKings and the NFLPA.
Yeah, Matt, we spent the last few weeks talking about the DraftKings surcharge that has now gone away, and right before we began recording this podcast on Wednesday, news broke of a suit in civil court in New York that came out on Tuesday, actually, in which the NFLPA is suing DraftKings. Now, we have to be clear that most of this suit is under seal, so we don't have specific information at the moment as to what it's about. However, we've done some asking around already, and we've done a little bit of poking back into some old documents, and our best guess at the moment is that this could have to do with the DraftKings Rainmakers product, the NFT product that was recently shuttered. And we go back to the explanation for that was given by DraftKings at the time, and it discussed legal issues as one of the reasons that it was shut down. We have an article by Matthew Waters up at LegalSportsReport.com right now. If you go into this article, you can see that a company called One Team Partners that was in the middle of this deal, the NFLPA is owed $32.4 million by One Team Partners, according to a 2023 annual report. That is a commercial rights holder and arm of 8 players' associations and tens of thousands of college athletes, according to its websites. You go deeper into this thing, and it starts to look pretty clear that this could be a part of it. So we'll, of course, be watching to see what's going on, but it's very interesting to me, Matt, the timing of this as we get very close to the beginning of the NFL season. This is some very interesting press when it comes to the NFLPA and DraftKings, who, in theory, the league, the Players Association, the sports books have all been working arm in arm here for the last few years in order to try to have that rising tide lift all boats, and we're seeing a little bit of a rift in that right now.
You know, the pandemic was a very interesting thing, Adam. You know, some obviously horribly terrible things came out of the pandemic. Some things actually rose and were good out of the pandemic. Me personally, one of the things whenever you're sitting at home and you're bored, you know, there's nothing else you can do. You do have the internet, right? You can't go outside. You can't do whatever. You got the internet. So you dabble in crypto a little bit. You acquire some crypto. Crypto kind of like goes way up a ton. Hey, that's great. You know, I have the worst stock portfolio in the history of humankind, but I bought all the stocks and all the I bought all the gaming companies and all the airlines when they went to pennies, because I'm like, people will gamble again. People will fly again. Everything will be fine. Hey, good stuff there. Let's talk about the horrible things that came out of the pandemic from a when you get bored standpoint, and that's NFTs there, Adam. Let me tell you how many pictures of things that I spent real money on that are now worth probably less than zero. If there's a way for a thing that is, because the space it's taking up on whatever cloud that it's on out there, or whatever blockchain and whatever, that space that it's taking up is actually probably costing more than the thing is worth right now to all of that. NFTs, so dumb. Oh man, so dumb. I tried to hold off as long as I could. I thought I had conversations with myself in the mirror, Adam, going, what are you doing, idiot? Why are you buying these things that are inevitably going to go to zero? And, you know, the reflection in the mirror that was talking back to me was right. And so all of those things that I have are now worth zero. And like I said, probably less than zero, actually.
How often do you listen to the reflection in the mirror? Because I feel like those could be some interesting conversations for us to be part of here, maybe on the LSR++ podcast.
Yes. Let me, I'll send you, you know, if anybody out there wants a duck dressed up like Donatello, I got one of those. If anybody's looking for, you know, this little man whose head's made out of a sun, like you call it a sunny, I got all that, you know, I got all these things. So anyway, they're up for sale.
I remember this.
They are for sale, Adam.
I remember sitting there with you and our friend Kelly Bidlin, and we were going over the Top Shot and all that stuff. Oh yeah, big time stuff, right?
Yeah. I look back, I have and then we'll move on here. I had a LeBron Top Shot where, you remember back in the day, LeBron, he shot this three, and as soon as he shot it, he turned and he looked at the bench and he went like he knew it was going in. For those video people, for the people watching the video, you see what I'm doing. For the audio people, I'm raising my hands because LeBron just turned his back to the shot, turned to the bench, and like raised his arms up in the air and all this. It was a limited edition thing, all this like that. I get it. At one point, someone offered me $2,700 for that Top Shot, Adam. And I go, yeah, right. This thing is going to be worth 10 grand. It's worth about 10 cents right now and all of that. So, yeah, that's just, that's my NFT story just over and over and over and over again. Yeah. That's just how it goes. Just how it goes. It is what it is.